That a good, oh, you good girls. That's nice to see on a morning, you two kissy kissy like that. That means you love her. She your best friend. So, good morning, and good morning to you little lady. What you sniff-snoffing at? So, I'm just gonna share you, what a day yesterday. Parking ticket, pulled by police. She were having a chat outside a restaurant. There's a bit that I couldn't find a clip on and where I nearly wiped me son out with a wagon. Which you'd have liked to have seen, wouldn't you? Anyway, so that's his map there. That's where we're heading. Oh, it would, wouldn't it? Right, we're heading. I'll show you where we are. I'll show you where we're heading. If you look, we're still doing mountain roads. We're not doing motorways. We are doing in Italy. We will use some motorways because we don't have to pay to use them. But other than that, so that's where we are. And that's where we're going. And it's 10 hours, so it'll take us 2 or 3 days to get there. But then we'll be into Slovenia. So on our map here, that's where we are. That's where we set off from yesterday and we went across there. And then that's where we ended up going into Switzerland because I'd just naved to there and then I ended up turning that way instead of turning that way. So, and we've ended up here in Austria. So now basically we're going to go like that. And that gets us into Slovakia, oh is it Slovakia or Slovenia. And then we'll probably go to Slovakia. And then Hungary, and we'll see how things goes from there. So it's just eating grass again. Keep telling her. She knows she's not supposed to. Stop eating grass, shit house. What you looking at? You big daft lump. Ooh, you big daft lump. Yeah, I need to fill the bowl up with biscuits. I'm going to have a coffee. It's a bit hard to get down to this stream here and there's not really many places to take them for a walk because it's all like that, you know what I mean, right, big banking, so we'll have a wobble. Well, we'll have a drive and then we'll have a wobble. Athena's doing her happy dance, hot back rubbing, she loves her back rubbing. You love your back rubbing, don't you? Oh, and look, Sheba's here for some kissy kisses. Hello, kissy kissy. Oh, that means other one wants kissy kisses. Yes, you good girl. Oh, and Athena kissy kiss Sheba. That a good girl, that, innit? That a good. Oh, you good girls. That's nice to see on a morning, you two kissy kissy like that. That means you love her. She your best friend. Right, so that's it basically. I want to make a brew. And I'll see you in 2 because I'm sure when we get to a town and a McDonald's and I can have a wash in McDonald's and have a poop in McDonald's and have a nice. I might drink this coffee instead of throwing it down my leg actually. Shall we try that this time? Shall we try that, Sheep? Shall we try drinking coffee instead of fucking shampooing in it? Traffic delay on your route has right, so we're just pulling out in this gaff here where we stayed and we're going to Croatia or Slovakia. I ain't got a clue. I know what it is, I know where we're going, but I just can't remember the name of the country. So it's 10 hours, so it's going to take us 2 or 3 days to get there and we'll stop off, won't we? But yeah, that gets us then like into Eastern Europe, which I would expect then will be fun and fucking games. But at the minute we're in Austria. We just had us breakfast. We waited. It's just gone 9 o'clock, so we waited while any kind of rush hour might have packed in. But the busy roads these up here. We're clear once this wagon's gone. Oh! traffic bus driver. So I've got to be careful for fucking ditches and shit. So I've got to take corners wide anyway. We're at it now, aren't we? Oi, oi! Can you hear me? I've just spent 10 minutes telling you all about these roads and why I'm using... Right, I'll tell you. I'll say it again. I ain't got mic turned on. There's an on and off switch and it's gone on a bracket to stand it up. And I've moved bracket of a speech thing so it had turned off. Right, so why am I using all these roads? Why aren't I using toll roads and why aren't I buying vignettes and using motorways? Because for me, a motorway and a toll road is about getting from A to B as quickly as possible. Moving freight, moving people, or just wanting to get from one place to another place. And that's not what I'm doing. This is not what I'm about. It's about, I want to experience all this. I want to see all this stuff. Like now, there's a road with a tunnel that's going to go through all these mountains. And I could easily just jump on that. I don't know if it's a toll road or not. Well, it's a vignette. What a vignette is, it's like a short-term road tax that you pay when you're a foreigner and you go to somebody's country and you want to use their motorways and things like that. So they charge you. It's a vignette. It's not really expensive. It's like 20, 30 euros, 20, 30 pounds each country. Czechoslovakia, Sweden's got one. But I couldn't have got one in Sweden, could I? 'Cause let's forget about that with Swedish money and me not knowing that it's not euros. Anyway, so we're going to go up into mountains here. And I've dropped on the back of a tractor, and so. But thing is, I want to cast your mind back a bit now. You know, when I damaged the hydraulics or power steering, I also damaged radiator. So I know the radiator's not running at 100%. Our radiator works. It's got little thin pieces of metal in a continuous S shape and pushed together. So with all that surface area, with wind, it cools it down. So I know mine's not running at 100%. And at some point, I'm gonna drop the coolant and renew it because I'm going to be going to hot places. But I'm also thinking we might be going to some places that are a bit cold. So I really need some. And the tractor's gone anyway now. So I really need some more coolant. Definitely need to try and get some more use out at radiator. So because I can see it mountains there, I'm thinking this is going to be a test for them for radiator. But hey ho, it's the way we go. So I'm not using motorway, and I'm just wanted to explain why I'm not using motorways and why I'm making this video now, because I don't usually make videos during the day. I've only been travelling an hour and a half, something like that. I'd usually wait until evening. I'll do like an intro thing saying where I'm going on the morning, and then I'll do everything I've done. Then I'll download all footage from day, and then I'll make a video. But with this one, I just want to show you how beautiful these roads are around here. Not yet, but we're going to get up into mountains, and the stress that it's putting van under because I get stuck behind a vehicle, so I'm not getting any fresh air coming in through radiator. I'm having to go down into second gear and third gear constantly, and I'm having to rev high constantly to get round all these corners and just basically keep up with flow of traffic, even though I'm stuck, because I'm stuck behind this person. So I'm not in control of what speed I can do, if you understand what I mean. Because when I get into drop down into second gear, then I'm revving hard. I'm getting into third gear, but then with traffic in front of me, it's limiting my ability to get through third gear. So we'll find out anyway. To tunnels and that now. Da 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 da. Don't worry, we're coming up to it now. We're going to be coming up into Mount. See, I'm letting people go. There's an ambulance here. I'll just let them go past. That's what I do if I feel as though I'm holding traffic up. Because I'm in no rush. This is what I mean. This is why I'm using these roads, because I'm in no rush. I've got no objective to be anywhere at a certain time. So I'm taking my time. Now we're going to get up into snowy mountains. I know this might be boring for you, but this is also a diary for me to remember these things that we've done and dogs and what we've been and what we've seen. And who we spoke to, and just all that mad shit. Because this is mad, this, isn't it? But it might not be mad to other people, but for me, it's all a bit. It's all a bit computer gamey-ish. Do you know? As if I feel like a character in a game. It's like Gran Turismo when you see these mountains and that when we're coming up and corners we're going round. It's like being in a. It's like having a setting in Gran Turismo instead of in a really expensive car. You can have an old camper van and you can just throw it around corners. But then again, I can't really throw it around corners because I know that I've got issues with van and I don't want to knacker it up because I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home yet because part of the reason why I don't want to go back and get it mended and ever break and sort things out and things like that is because, like I've said, I might not come back. And if I do go home, I'm going to have to pay for another pet thing. That's 180 quid. I've got ferry to get back home. That's another 100. Do you know something? P&O. When I was going to come back earlier, when I were in France, and I said, hey, that's it, I've had enough, I'm coming back. I looked to get ferry, and you know, if you want to get it within 24 hours, it's like 260 quid. But if you wait, say I were on Wednesday and I wanted to get ferry on a Thursday, they'd charge me 260 quid. But if I want to get it on Friday, they will charge me a grand total of 126 quid. So that's a bit of advice for you. Never, ever turn up at Ferryport and want to pay on day. Always book at least a day in advance so you get it that bit cheaper. I just let these big wagons go past. So I'm sure I was stuck behind something. I don't know what I'm. I thought I was stuck behind some Tippet Mountain. Oh, we ain't got to proper mountains yet. Because there's a road, I can't talk. There's a road where it's like built at mountain. And it's like a bridge, but it's on a bend. Really weird. But it's cool to go around because some of these corners now coming up would be epic if I were on a but you'll see there's lots of motorbikers and sports carry people around here. Come on, where is it? Anyway, talk amongst yourselves while we're going. So, dogs are fast asleep. We've pulled up here. Well, this is it. This is that bend. Weird. It might look to you. This might not look like it's really steep, but it is really steep. So that's the ambulance just turning in there. Oh, so this is where I get stuck behind a tractor or something. And this is when I'm starting to wonder about overeating. Because as I'm coming up these hills here now, that's it there. Right, so this is where my problems start here. Because I'm having to go up gear, down gear, up gear, down gear, up gear, down gear, just to keep up with flow of traffic. And whilst I'm doing that, I'm looking at, right, up until this point, eating is just stopped on 5. There's 10 bars, and it's been on 5 bars all the time. So that's middle. That's when it's cooling your engine correctly. But now we may having to go from second gear to third gear to second gear to third gear, from second gear to third gear. It's starting to go up, and it's gone up to 7 bars. So 7 bars is pretty high pressure. So I'm starting to wonder now, Christ, if I carry on up here like this, I'm going to have to try and find somewhere to stop. Because if it goes up to like 8 or 9 bars, then I don't want to blow a pipe. Do you know what I mean? Because there's going to be that immense amount of pressure in its system. So I don't want to blow a pipe. But luckily, we're getting to top at mountain now. So I'm not having to up and down gears, up and down gears, up and down gears. And there's a right queue of traffic now behind us because of this cement mixer man. So I'm looking now just to pull over, let some people get past, and just get 30 seconds just to cool down a little bit. Because I know if we're going back downhill, this cold mountain air will cool engine down within minutes. You know, if radiator's working about 70%, which I think it is, it will cool it down within minutes. So we're plodding on. I find somewhere to pull over so that people can go past me. Let me just, because I don't think this is syncing. Sorry about that, but audio's out, innit? I know it is because I've just tried. It's just not synced up. And it's because of this laptop, really, because it's not got a massive processor in it, and it's not able to do that kind of long stretches of, you know, data going through. So basically, that's. I'm sorry if the audio's out, but yeah, this is where we're just going to pull up now. We're going to have a brew, and I'm just going to check fluid just to make sure everything's all right. Not because I think there's something wrong or I felt something. No, I just think, right, we've gone up that big hill. I want to have a look at coolant. And as soon as I get under bonnet, first thing I want to do is open coolant straight away and see if it's boiling or see if it's bubbling and all that. And I lift coolant thing off straight away, no boiling, no bubbling, so I know it's good. But we will change it when we get round later on, because you're going to see that we might do something really cold or really hot, and it needs to be changed, just for my own peace of mind. Catch you all later.